Evening, y'all. Chief Pepper here. So, in the last week or so, week and a half, basically, the weather has finally cooled off here in Texas. Hopefully, we won't see any more 80-degree days. Might be praying for some in a couple of months, but for right now, I am really enjoying the cool weather. So, I've actually been outside a couple of nights with, I burned some brush a while back, and then last Friday, I burned some wood in my little fire pit, listened to music, and drank some beer. So it was one of my favorite things to do. So why am I bringing this up? So, preppers, uh, haven't seen a lot, but I've told y'all, keep lighter fluid on hand and charcoal. It's an alternate source of heat for cooking, especially if you have a charcoal grill. So you say, well, why lighter fluid? Well, gasoline is dangerous to light wood and fires with because it explodes. Lighter fluid does not. So keep that in mind. All right. Just saw a portion of a video from, I think, Pinball about Senate Bill 3223. A friend of mine is aware of it. He says there's no chance of it passing, but I'm not so sure. So all the druggy and backdoor room deals that happen in the Congress and the Senate, it's all bullshit. So I did see a news article talking about the Democrats hosting a roundtable talk about the gun violence national emergency. So they leave out the fact that most of the people doing all the shooting are Democrats. So they are going to continue to push gun restrictions and everything else. San Antonio is actually having its first gun buyback crap soon. And I'm like, fuck y'all. For grocery cards. So, from HEB. Anyway, I mentioned on the last video that I was going to try to make some big moves next year. It's just too much to do. Hopefully, I don't wind up regretting this decision, but we're pushing that to probably 2026. It's going to do multiple things for us. My wife gets to keep a job she thoroughly enjoys. We get to enjoy Gear Grinders, the car club we're in. Some things I want to do next year. Next year is also an election year, so things are going to get ignorant. And then 2025, assuming the world hasn't popped its top, I hope to go to Sturgis again with good friends. And normally I want to go to Ohio for Labor Day weekend, because that's when we all meet up and we start talking Sturgis the following year, and we start planning. We make verbal commitments, and then we send money to one of the group members who collects the money, puts it in her account, and then she uses all that money to rent a house. So, and then for those of you who don't know, you kind of got to rent that shit almost an entire year in advance. So, what else? And then that gives us 2 summers here, and then 2 winters here. And I spent basically the last 4.5 weeks doing nothing but moving. It'll be 33 days straight of moving, short of 1 day, because last Sunday we just took the day. We just didn't do anything. So hopefully we close on the house soon. And tomorrow will be the last day of moving anything. And then, my dad is here. I think he's relatively happy. He's doing okay. I wait on him hand and foot, so try to keep his going up and down the stairs to the kitchen to a minimum. He does have to go up the 3 stairs we have in the living room to get to the bathroom, but other than that. So elder care is the thing. It's a big deal. There are a lot of pitfalls, a lot of problems. So if you're going through it or you start going through it. Different states, different rules, but there are some very, very large problems with elder care. So seek out guidance and advice from people who've gone through it. So I really think there should be a fucking book written about it because there are so many problems with it. So, and that's not counting the fighting with your loved one because they still think they're the parent and they don't want to give up the seat of authority or power as mom or dad, and you know they literally get like their little kids. So I try to listen to the prepping news, but I mean it's mostly the same. It's all bad. So hearing a lot of grumblings and rumors of power grid issues. So hopefully you have invested in backup power. I need to get off my ass and look up my part numbers for the generators I have and order spark plugs and air filters and oil filters for them. Make sure they're on hand. And I mean that's a big deal, especially if you're going to run them. Basically, you need to change your oil every 100 hours, which is 4 days. 4 times 24 is 96. So you could probably go over that a little bit, but I wouldn't recommend it. So stockpiling gas, you need to have systems to do that with. What else? Best thing to get is a dual fuel generator so you can run propane. Propane lasts forever in the tanks. Not forever, but it lasts easily 10 years without doing anything to it. So, some solar panels wouldn't hurt to charge solar generators. And then think about the fact that you'll want things to be quiet at night because that's when all the shitbags will be moving around and doing things they shouldn't be doing. So maybe run your primary appliances, your fridge, freezers, off your solar generators, and then run a gas generator during the day to provide power for your house and for your primary appliances. So, I mean, it's going to be hard living. Going to be super hard living. So, staying clean will be very important. Washing your hands will be important. Having soap to do that with. So, hopefully, you've stockpiled soap. It's been on my list to do for the last 2 years, and I still have not learned how to make my own soap. I did it when I was a kid, but there are ingredients you need to have on hand in order to do that. So, anyway, I am tired. It's been a long month, a long 30 days. Coming to the end of it, though. Thank goodness. Then I'm going to take at least a week off before I start going through everything I put into a storage unit. So, information is knowledge and power. Live a little, prep a lot. G Prepper out.